You know his name. You've seen the headlines. Dr. Harold Shipman, the trusted British physician who murdered more than 200 of his own patients. But here's the thing. What made this case so terrifying wasn't just the number of lives he took. It's the fact that for over 2 decades, people noticed something was wrong, and still, no one stopped him. This is not just a story of murder. It's a story of silence, missed warnings, and a system that failed again and again. Harold Shipman was a general practitioner in Hyde, a quiet town in England. He was polite, caring, professional, the kind of doctor patients trusted with their lives. And for 23 years, that trust proved fatal. His victims? Mostly elderly women. Many came in for routine care, but some never left. Others were found dead at home, with morphine in their system. Shipman would attend their funerals. He'd console their families. And when death certificates were needed, he signed them himself. In the year 2000, he was convicted of 15 murders. But the official inquiry uncovered a horrifying truth. The real number? Likely more than 218. If you're into stories where power, trust, and human life collide, tap that subscribe button right now. Here on Medical Crime Files, we expose real-life stories the world was never meant to forget. And trust me, it only gets darker from here. Let's talk about what's even more disturbing than the murders themselves. The signs that everyone missed. Number 1, unusual death patterns. Shipman's patient mortality rate was far higher than any other doctor in his area. Local physicians noticed. Registrars noticed. Some even reported concerns. But they were dismissed as statistical coincidences. Number 2, falsified medical records. When authorities began to investigate, Shipman altered patient notes after they had already died. He added false symptoms, fabricated histories, and no one checked the digital timestamps. Number 3, death certificates without oversight. In the UK at the time, doctors could sign off on patient deaths alone. Shipman issued hundreds, many without autopsies. He was trusted by families, trusted by coroners, trusted by everyone. No one asked questions until it was too late. Number 4, a pattern that should have been obvious. Patients died just hours after his visits, and they weren't terminally ill. He would often push for a quick cremation, destroying physical evidence before anyone could investigate. Number 5, the coroner who raised the alarm. In 1998, Coroner Linda Reynolds noticed a disturbing spike in deaths among Shipman's patients. She reported it, but early police investigations were rushed, shallow, and ultimately inconclusive. The system saw the smoke and walked away before it ever looked for the fire. Shipman was finally arrested in September of 1998. What led to his downfall wasn't the deaths, it was greed. He forged a patient's will to leave himself her estate. That mistake opened the door to a full investigation, and the horrifying truth spilled out. The official inquiry found something even more damning than the killings. If proper checks had existed, if anyone had followed up on the warning signs, Shipman could have been stopped years earlier. In the aftermath, the UK reformed major parts of its healthcare system. Death certification was overhauled. Medical auditing became mandatory. Post-mortem investigations were standardized. And better coordination was established between coroners, police, and healthcare institutions. But for hundreds of families, those changes came far too late. Harold Shipman wasn't hiding in the shadows. He was a doctor, a father, a husband. He wore a white coat. He looked like every other trusted caregiver. And for years, the system protected him. Not intentionally, but through blind trust and institutional silence. This isn't just a tragedy from the past. It's a warning, because Shipman wasn't the only one. Next week, we head to the United States, where a nurse named Charles Cullen quietly murdered patients across multiple hospitals for 16 straight years. The most chilling part? No one stopped him. If this story made you think, or gave you chills, share it, because these aren't just crimes. They're cracks in systems meant to protect us. And if you're ready for the next case, tap the bell icon. You don't want to miss. How Nurse Charles Cullen killed for 16 years without being stopped. You're watching Medical Crime Files. Trust betrayed.